everyone, and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today, we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
Liverpool signing NO.4 given 100% guarantee after FSG strike agreement for enormous deal. Liverpool confident of wrapping up fourth major signing after Wirtz breakthrough. Liverpool are reportedly entirely confident that their next marquee summer signing will soon follow the blockbuster deal for Florian Wirtz, as the club moves with decisive intent in the current transfer window. Fresh from clinching the Premier League title under new head coach Arne Slot, who impressively achieved glory largely using the squad inherited from Jurgen Klopp, with Federico Chiesa their sole addition for the 2024-25 season, Liverpool's hierarchy is eager to build on that momentum. The Reds have already secured crucial reinforcements. Dutch wingback Jeremy Frimpong has been brought in to eventually succeed Trent Alexander-Arnold, while promising goalkeeper Armin Pexi has been signed as both backup and a long-term project. But the biggest statement yet has come with the impending arrival of Florian Wirtz. Liverpool beat competition from Manchester City and Bayern Munich to convince the Bayer Leverkusen star to choose Anfield. After weeks of negotiations, a final agreement was reached on Friday. While Fabrizio Romano jumped the gun with his signature "Here we go" announcement, it was David Ornstein who confirmed the final terms. Wirtz's official unveiling is expected early next week, and Liverpool aren't wasting any time moving on to their next priority, replacing left-back Andy Robertson. Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez has been earmarked as the long-term solution, with talks now progressing smoothly. Robertson's performances in Slot's debut campaign were inconsistent, and the club has long been preparing to strengthen that position. Though links existed to Fulham's Anthony Robinson and Wolves' Ryan Ait-Nouri, Liverpool have opted to push forward for Kerkez. On Sunday, German journalist Florian Plettenberg reported that the Reds have a verbal agreement in place for the Hungarian defender. Liverpool are fully convinced that the Milos Kerkez deal is happening, Plettenberg noted. Final details are expected to be completed after Florian Wirtz is officially signed and presented. The Wirtz deal is more than just a marquee signing. It represents a bold financial commitment. Former Manchester City financial advisor Stefan Bourson discussed the magnitude of Liverpool's investment in the attacking midfielder. Speaking to Football Insider, Bourson emphasized, "It's clear Wirtz wanted to join Liverpool. This isn't just about financial incentives. He made a deliberate choice. But yes, the wage offer had to match or rival others he received." Bourson estimates Wirtz's net salary at around £200,000 per week, which equates to roughly £350,000 gross. That puts him just beneath top earners like Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, but leaves room for growth. Over a 5 or 6 year period, this could cost the club upwards of £20 million annually. You have to factor in employer costs like national insurance, which adds another 15%, Bourson continued. When you're talking about £350,000 a week, those extras aren't minor, they're millions in themselves. Bourson concluded, "This is a massive investment. Even if the base transfer fee is around £100 million, the wages and long-term commitment take it much higher. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 6+1 contract. But Liverpool clearly believe Wirtz can become the best player in the world. And this is what world-class talent costs in 2025. Coutinho nearing permanent move back to Brazil. After Villa, exit stalls. Meanwhile, a former Liverpool star looks set to finally resolve his future after several years of uncertainty. Philippe Coutinho is expected to leave Aston Villa on a permanent basis this week, potentially concluding his turbulent spell in European football. The 33-year-old is currently back on loan at Vasco da Gama, the Brazilian club where his career began. After a string of temporary moves, first to Al Duhail in Qatar and now Vasco, Coutinho is hopeful of making this return to Brazil permanent. The former Liverpool playmaker, who lit up Anfield between 2013 and 2018 before sealing a $145 million switch to Barcelona, has been surplus to requirements at Villa under Unai Emery. Despite flashes of brilliance, injuries and form saw him make just 22 appearances for the Midlands side before being frozen out. Speaking to Brazilian media this week, Coutinho hinted that a final decision on his future is close. "There are discussions ongoing," he said. "I believe this week could be important to resolve everything." Aston Villa are eager to move Coutinho off their books to meet the Premier League's Profit and Sustainability Rules, PSR, and Vasco da Gama's CEO Carlos Amodeo sounded optimistic about concluding a deal. "We are in constant communication with Coutinho's representatives," said Amodeo. "He's a player we want to keep for the remainder of the season. The matter now rests with..." The young French striker will remain at Tottenham Hotspur on loan from Bayern Munich, with a full agreement now in place. Tel has accepted Spurs' contract offer, committing to a deal running until 2031. Even though there's been a managerial change, from Ange Postecoglou to Thomas Frank, Tel remains enthusiastic about the project. Credit must go to André Kostic, who played a key role in persuading Tel to initially join Tottenham at the end of the January window. With Frank now leading the team into the Champions League, Tel is fully on board. Bayern Munich will receive $35 million plus, an additional $5 million in potential add-ons, adding to the $10 million loan fee they collected in January. That brings the total package to around $50 million, sealing Tel's future with Spurs. Liverpool's left-back plans. Before diving back into striker news, let's shift to Liverpool. If you've seen recent updates, you'll know that Milos Kerkez is on the verge of becoming a Liverpool player. The deal is nearly complete. Liverpool fans can breathe easy. As a related move, Bournemouth have just finalized a deal for Trouar from Rennes for around $13.5 million, plus a 10% sell-on clause, a replacement for Kerkez. Expect official confirmation from Liverpool soon. But there's another major development in the full-back market. Atletico Madrid have made Andy Robertson their top target. Despite multiple reports suggesting Theo Hernandez was close to joining Atletico, sources indicate that the deal was never actually close. Instead, Atletico have shifted focus to Robertson, and intriguingly, the Liverpool left-back is open to the move. With the same agent as Trent Alexander-Arnold, it's not unthinkable that both fullbacks could leave Anfield in the same summer, one to Real Madrid and the other to Atletico. That would set up a tantalizing Madrid derby scenario. Atletico's hope is to sign Robertson either on a free or for a modest fee. They're relying on Liverpool's goodwill and the player's willingness to move. Liverpool have yet to respond officially, but keep your eyes on this one. Atletico are also keeping a backup option in mind, should Robertson's move not materialize. Striker Spotlight, Victor Gyökeres and Benjamin Šeško. Now let's pivot back to strikers, starting with Victor Gyökeres, who seems to be prioritizing Arsenal despite interest from other top clubs, including Manchester United. Although United have remained in constant contact with Gyökeres and his camp, calling regularly to stay updated, they now feel that Arsenal are in pole position. The Gunners' Champions League football and long-term vision appeal strongly to the striker. To be clear, Gyökeres hasn't rejected United, but as long as Arsenal are in the picture, they remain his first choice. Meanwhile, Arsenal are also working on Benjamin Šeško. They've had direct talks with RB Leipzig, and although no official bid has been submitted yet, discussions are underway both with the club and Šeško's representatives. So what does this mean? Gyökeres and Šeško remain the two main options for Arsenal.